I'll start recording from my side and let me share the screen. Okay, guys. So is it boring? 2 hours?
No, sir.
Not boring,
No.
right? Okay, good. Fine. Okay, then now let's discuss about a remove patch. So in what scenarios we are going to remove patch? There are two scenarios. One is if last time patch is unsuccessful or partially successful, we have to remove the patch. First scenario. Second scenario is application compatibility. After patching, what happened actually? The database version is going to be increased. Agree? See, if you see here, earlier it is like 1000.169. After patching, yes, Lakshmi. Yes, you can record, Lakshmi. Right. So before patching, it is around 1000.169. This bill number is 1000.169. But after patching, it was changed to 3421.10. Remember, guys, every application, if you see some applications you cannot install in the old phones, or else some old applications you cannot install in the new phone. Okay, what is that called? Compatibility. Earlier we have discussed that application. While designing that application, the developers, they will keep in mind, they will, whatever they will do is like they will keep in mind for next 5 to 10 years might be. Okay, what are devices are there next 5 to 7 years, as we have 5 to 7 years rule, right? They will keep in a view for the next 5 to 7 years, and they will design the application in the same way. Yes, Ravanti, let me give you the recording permission. Right. Okay. So the developers will think for the next 5 to 7 years, and they will design the application in the same way. So next 5 to 7 years, whatever new devices, new versions are there, it will support. But if you keep patching me, Tanuja, what happened? Why you people are not responding when I asked? That's why immediately I'll ask you to turn on the recording. Okay, so that you can came to know. Right. If anyone's still missing, let me know. Please don't think in a different way, guys. Right, fine. Right. So application compatibility, each application will support set of database versions. If the database version is increased, it might not support. Agree? Simple definition is each application will support set of databases versions. Each application will support set of database versions only. If your database, see, patching means it is going to increase your database version, right? Agree, everyone? Patching will increase your database version. So after patching, your application is not compatible, might not compatible. I'm not saying every case, very rare cases these things will happen. Okay, after compared in my 10 years career, might be one times it was happened. Okay, so after patching, what happened? The application is not able to connect to the database. There are two solutions here. One solution is they have to patch their application so that the gap will be decreased between the application and the database. If that is a small application, if there are no updates to install on top of the application, then we have to remove the existing patch for SQL Server, guys. This is what you can see sometimes, very rarely you can see. This is one more scenario, you have to remove the patch. Okay, if application is unable to connect after patching, if application is unable to connect, actually it's the responsibility of the application owner. If we are saying we are going to patch the SQL Server, that application owner has to check which patching you are applying, what is the patch level. Let me check whether that patch is compatible with my application or not. He has to check in the application documents. If he failed to check, if it is not supporting after patching, then again it's a burden on us. You have to remove the patching and all. Okay, if he checked before itself, okay, you are patching with CU27. Okay, sorry, wait, my application won't be compatible with the CU27. Okay, then you don't patch, then no need to patch. But if he did not check it properly and he just gave approval, okay, then if we patch it, after patching the application is not connecting due to compatibility issues, again you have to remove the patch. Clear, guys? Is it clear when we have to remove the patch? And again, if application is not compatible, don't immediately, okay, if your application is not compatible, right, let me remove the patch. Don't do like that. Ask us, please try to update your application first. If they say there are no updates for my application, it's a small application, internal application, there are no updates for my application, then there is no way we have to remove the patch. Guys, is it clear? Everyone, please respond. Yes or no, please respond in the chat, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Clear? In two scenarios, we have to remove the patch. One scenario is patch is lost, patch is unsuccessful or partially successful, we have to remove it. Next case is if the application is not compatible with the new version of the patch, then also you have to remove the patch. Clear, guys? Fine. Okay, done. So how to remove the patch? You have to go to your add or remove programs. For that, we have a shortcut, app.cpl. Okay, app wiz.cpl. You have to go to the add or remove programs. Then here you don't see anything. Whatever updates you are installing, all the software updates, not only SQL Server. If you update any .NET framework, if you update any other softwares, okay, all the updates you can see here. View installed updates option. Select this option. Now you can see view all the installed updates. You can see here you can see lot of components, right? There are lot of components. Which one I have to remove? So if you see here hotfix 3421. Hotfix 3421, that is the one we just patched, right? Hotfix 3421, you can see here 3421. And if you see here hotfix, where is that? Yes, this one. Hotfix 3421, you can see 3 times. Which hotfix I have to remove in these 3 components? Can anyone tell me? And one more thing, guys, for every service pack, there is one number called KB article. Okay. This is how Microsoft will identify that service pack, not with the numbers and all. Each update will have its own KB article. KB means knowledge base. KB means knowledge base. Each patch is identified with the KB article. For this CU27, the KB article number is 5006944. This is unique number. If Microsoft release another cumulative update, it will give you one more KB article number. Okay, so it's a unique number. So that means this article clearly says, okay, this is a SQL Server 2017 CU27 update. Okay, by using that article, we can clearly, okay, identify the batch number shown in version which same as SQL version. Yeah. Okay, so someone said 64-bit. Satish Reddy, you said 64-bit. Okay. So you are correct, sir. 64-bit, I have 2 places. 64-bit here also I can see 64-bit. Here also I can see 64-bit. Which 64-bit I have to remove? Second one.
Microsoft SQL Server 2017.
Second one.
Very good. The main component. See, you can remove on this also. You can remove on this also. You can remove on this also. But what happened is if you start removing each component, you have to remove 3 times. But if you, this is the main component. Hotfix SQL Server 2017, the main component, SQL Server 2017 with no extensions. Here you can see Microsoft SQL Server VSS Writer. Here you can see Microsoft SQL Server Browser. But here you can see only SQL Server 2017. Okay. So like while uninstalling, you can see 64-bit threads with SQL Server name. So if you remove from here, automatically it will be removed from this and it will be removed from this as well. These two are shared components. This is main specific component. If you remove patch from here, it will remove on this browser services. It will remove on the VSS Writer. So how to remove it? Double click to remove. It will start uninstalling. You will be opened. Okay, one window. Okay, like while patching, what kind of window we got? In the same way, while remove patching also same kind of installation center will get. Then we have to next and remove. Okay, I'll tell you. I'll show you one error here, guys. You can see. For example, you have 2 instances. You want to remove from one instance. Select which instance you want to remove. Select that particular instance only. Imagine you have 2 instances, 2 are patched with a CU27. Now while removing, it will give you all the instances names here. You want to remove only one instance, select that instance only. Remaining all instances, please unselect. Unselect means it won't remove. Select means it will remove. Okay, guys, if you are trying to remove Why? Because even though you have two instances, but you can see only one component. Even though you have 10 instances, you can see only one component for 2017. If the 10 instances are same version, if different version, you can see again different component 2016 and all. But 10 2017 instances are there. All 10 2017 instances you can see like this with the same component. Double click on it, you can see all 10 instances. Select from which instance you want to remove. Remaining all instances, please unselect it, and then you can proceed. So I want to remove from this default instance, so make sure the default instance and share. See here, if I unselect from here, this and this won't be removed. This update and this update won't be removed. If you select here, this update and this update also will be removed. Okay, so let me go to next. And again, the same process you have to follow, guys. While patching, what is the process? You have to raise a change request. You have to take the proper downtime approvals. You have to raise a change request and it should be approved in the cab. Then you have to proceed in the same way. Removing patch also, you have to do the same process, guys. You have to make sure everything is approved properly. Why? Because while removing also, you have to restart the server. Okay, so it's a downtime activity, so you have to follow the same process. And action is equal to remove patch, and here you can see remove. Okay, you can click on that remove so that that particular update will be removed, guys. Any issues, any doubts, please?
Shanmugh, so in that application wizard, no installation thing, while uninstalling, we are checking. We have some three instance, right? Some three files, right?
Here
So
you are
there,
asking.
the build number is given, right, in the version. That is one the way we can identify easily, right? The version. Second one.
This one.
Yes.
Yes, we can identify.
Yeah,
This is
that's
the one. Yeah, this is the one. They will. You can see using the actual build number. You can see the hotfix. Okay, by using the hotfix, you can easily identify.
okay. But because that is the same version number is mentioned in SQL table also, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
in that
same
way we
version.
can identify
Yes,
very easily.
that way we can identify.
Okay.
And that
Okay.
it's not because of identifying this update. It's just to identify from which component we have to remove. Right? See, simply if you don't know, if you start removing from this component, again you have to remove from this component. Okay, and you have to remove from this component individually. But if you remove from this component, all these components will be removed automatically. Components means updates on that components will be removed, not components will be removed. Is it clear?
Yeah, clear.
You have to select the main component, so all shared features also will be removed. If you try removing shared features, you have to remove each component. You have to remove the update from each component. So that's not the correct way. You have to remove 3 times. Yes, guys, this is expected. This is called error. Okay, error, guys. Now we got the error. So in the interviews, they will ask you, have you patched any servers? You will answer, yes, I have patched a lot of servers. So have you faced any errors? You can tell whatever errors we have discussed. Yesterday, one guy called me, sir, tell me any real-time issues. I'm getting interview calls. I have to explain. So the one which we have discussed, selected server name, you can explain. The one which we have discussed, build version, after patching, before patching, it's not changing. You can explain that error also. Okay. Now the common errors are MSI, MSP missings, guys. MSI and MSP missings. Microsoft installer files, Microsoft patch files, MSI, Microsoft installer files, MSP, Microsoft patch files. These are the supported files, okay, for your SQL Server. Okay, these are the supported files. All your files, important files will be stored with the .msi extension .exe. Okay, like that we have SQL Server files. Some of the files will be in .msi, some of the files will be in .msp, some of them will be .dll, some of the files will be .rll, dynamic link library, resource link library. So different extensions files will be there. So it won't create any issues for DLLs and RLLs. But imagine if any of this MSA and MSP file is missing, your patch will be unsuccessful. It won't be successful. Sir, how can I know MSA, MSP files are missing? While patching, you will get this kind of, okay, this kind of error. Okay, if you click browse, actually it is looking for one file. That file is missing. What is that file? SQL Engine Core INST. Okay, this is the file. And what is the extension of this file? Can anyone tell me? What is the extension of this
MSI.
file? Dot
MSI.
.msi. You can see here clearly
Yes,
dot
sir.
.msi.
Yeah.
This MSI file is missing actually. While this is main MSI, guys, SQL Engine Core INST is the main MSI file. Okay, how to troubleshoot it, sir? Simply it is asking this file. You can browse your service pack wherever your service pack is there. Simply these files will be there either in your Windows Server software. Sorry, not Windows Server, SQL Server software. You have RTM copy software, right? We'll install SQL Server, right? We have RTM copy. Either this will be there. Jayant, see, whenever you install SQL Server for the first time, you will get MSI files. Okay, for the first time, you will get some combination of MSI and MSP files. And once you patched, the MSI files will be converted into MSP files. Means it's clearly saying your SQL Server is patched. Whatever MSI files are there, once you patch the SQL Server internally, the .msi files will be converted into .msp files. Means it will tell you whether your SQL Server is patched or not. Okay, so here this MSI file is missing. It has to update this MSI file, then only you can remove the patch. When I'll get the MSI MSP files missing errors are, while installing you will get MSI MSP missing errors. While patching you will get MSI MSP missing errors. While remove patching you will get MSI MSP missing errors. While upgrading you will get MSI MSP missing errors. So if anyone asked while installing it, you get any errors? If anyone asked in the interview, don't tell I did not get any errors. You are having 4 years, 5 years of experience. In this 4 years, 5 years, even you did not get one single error during installation. If you ask it like that, what is your answer? Okay, at least one error will get while installation. Tell them the common error. They are waiting for MSA MSP errors. That's it. They want to listen whether you know MSA MSP errors or not. MSA MSP missing errors. Okay, so you can clearly explain while installing. Also, you can explain. Yes, sir, I got MSA MSP missing error, so I just fixed it and then it was succeeded. Okay, in the same way while patching also, did you get any errors? Yes, I got MSA MSP missing errors. You can tell the errors what we have discussed, that server name, build number and all. Apart from that, you can also tell these errors. I got MSA MSP missing error, so I fixed it and then it was succeeded. Okay, so how to fix it, sir? So there is one way. Microsoft, earlier we have a different method, manual method is there. In the manual method, you have to, while patching or while installing, it will throw the error clearly. Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you one MSI error description. I'll show you. Okay, missing MSI MSP SQL Server. Okay, go to your images. You can see this is how the error look like, guys. Okay, let me open this in a separate window. Let me maximize this error. Now can you see, guys? Can you see the error? Is that okay? Clear? Right. SQL Server setup has encountered the following error. The cached MSI. What is the MSI file? 4313fcf.msi is missing. Its original file name is SQL rs.msi and it was installed for product SQL Server 2008 R2 SP1. Means it will clearly tell you which file is missing, MSI or MSP file. And it will tell you in which location you can get that file. It will tell you in which location you can get that file. You can get this file here, SQL 2008 R2 SP1 x64 setup location. You can get this file. Whatever file is missing, you can get this file in this location. Okay, whatever file is missing, let me, okay. Here the actual file is missing. Okay, and you can see the path here from this path. So in the error itself, it will clearly tell you. In the error itself, it will clearly tell you. So this is how you can manage. Okay, this is how you can manage, guys. So usually what happened is, 1 minute, guys. Clear. Right. This is how you can identify the MSA MSP missing errors and all. Okay, so how to fix it? Earlier, what we are going to do is we are going to use VB script. It will tell you what are the missing MSA and MSP files are there. Based on that, we have to copy all the missing files to the respective locations. Later, what Microsoft did is Microsoft invented one tool called MSA MSP missing tool. You can answer in the interview like this. We have a tool from Microsoft MSP missing tool. We have to download this tool. We have to install that tool. That is a small application. Okay. It will help you. I'll tell you. I'll show you that tool. This is how it looks like, guys. Exactly, this is how it looks like. It is a kind of antivirus software. You have to scan it, right? In the same way, you will scan it. Okay. So it will tell you what are the missing files are there. There is an option called scan option. You have to scan it. See here in the red color, missing 3 files. All these 3 files, missing files. SQL_IS is missing. SQL full text.msa missing. So these are the files that are missing. There is one more option called fix it, fix all. If you click on that fix all option, automatically those issues will be fixed. No need to do anything from your side. What you have to do from your side is simply download the tool, missing MSA MSP tool, and copy the tool to the server, run the tool, scan it. It will show you what and all missing files are there. Just self-explanatory. There is an option called fix all. Automatically, it will only copy all the missing files and the issue will be fixed, guys. Here, how to fix it? Here, it is asking, I want this file, then only I can remove the patch. Okay, where is this file, guys? Where I can find this file? In your SQL Server 2017 software, you can find this file. Let me check whether I have SQL Server 2017 software. Okay, I guess it will be there in the downloads. Okay, it was not there in the downloads. Then what I have to do? Yes, x64 setup. Then what I have to do? Let me download the SQL Server software, guys. Why? Because without this file, I cannot proceed now. I have that software link, right? Let me do one thing. SQL Server software. I'll download it again. SQL Server 2017. This is the link, guys. Again. Okay. Let me go to the server first. Internet Explorer. Let me download the SQL Server. Okay. Or did I save it anywhere? Anyone remember? Did I save that SQL Server software anywhere in my C drive? I have to check, guys. I'm sure I have.
I think you downloaded and we need to mount that some to
Yes,
it.
yes. Backups. I don't see any software. Okay, let me download it quickly. It will download quickly. No issues. Guys, again, I see a lot of people are asking, sir, I am getting this kind of, okay. Okay, let me cancel this one before doing that. Let me cancel this one. Let me cancel this window. Okay, let me go back. Right. So you will get this window, guys. Okay, download option. Click on the download and download anyway. Okay, so you are just simply checking this error, sir. It is showing like this, sir. How to download it, sir? Again, you're asking. Guys, it is clearly saying it's just going to scan it. It is unable to scan because of the big file 1.4 GB. But it is still giving an option download anyway. You can click on download anyway. The download will be started and you can see here. Okay, open save. Just go for save option. Okay, it's not error. It is saying we are unable to scan it. That's it. Okay, so let me check. It is taking okay. Yes, it was downloaded. Now let me go to this file, downloads. Come on. It is not there, right? B41 admin. It is there. Okay, no problem. Right, so we have the SQL Server software, right? So what we have to do now, let me mount it. In which location it is going to be mounted? E drive. Okay, Control C. Let me go to E drive here. Let me check. This is the error, right? So this file is missing, right? So let me browse it and let me go to E drive here. Okay, E drive. Here, what file is missing? SQL Core Engine INST, right? Control C, copy this file, paste it here in the search, Control V, enter. See, you got this file, okay? Don't go with this underscore lock. This is the main file, double click on the main file, okay? And click OK, and then your remove will be proceed. Okay, now you go, you won't get any issues. It will continue and it will remove the particular patch, guys. After removing, again, can anyone tell me after removing what is the number of this build number? How it is going to be changed, guys? If I remove the patch, what is this number? How it is going to be changed? Now it is showing 3421, right?
14.0
14.0.
1000.169 something.
Very good. Okay, so the old number before patching, what is the old number? It will be go back to that old number. Okay, 14.0.1000.169, and you can run selected version also. You can came to know, guys. Don't confuse here. MSI MSP missing files. Okay, it's a small thing. Just go and check again the recording files, class recordings. Then you can proceed. Okay, simply you have to get back that file. That file is there in your SQL Server software. So I just opened my SQL Server software, downloaded my SQL Server software, mounted, and then I just opened whatever file is missing. I just searched in that software files in that particular folder, SQL Server 2017 folder. I just searched it. Then automatically I got the file, double clicked on that, automatically it was selected, and then it was continuing, removing and all, it's continuing. Same, Muttu, very good question. How to fix MSP? Same, there is no different procedure for missing MSA and missing MSP. Same procedure for missing MSA and MSP. That's why we'll call it as missing MSA MSP files. If you have any chance, download that Microsoft tool, missing MSA and MSP tool from Microsoft. Just type in the Google. Okay, you will get that tool and you can go to that particular server. You can copy paste, you can install that tool, very small tool. You can install and you can check it. You can work on it. So this is how we are going to remove. Yes.
Shanmugh, in case like if we add this precaution in before patching steps like missing
Very good.
MSY,
That is
MSP,
excellent. That is
running
always recommended. Okay, that is always recommended before patching itself. Scan that file, download it, install that missing MSP tool, scan it. It is recommended for older versions. Usually newer versions, okay, you won't get these issues. But older versions, what is the challenge is, first of all, it will tell you only one error. If you fix that error again, it will tell you one error. So you cannot get it directly. So it's always recommended, install the tool, check what are the missing MSMS. If you found one missing MSP file error, the immediate action you have to do is install that tool and fix that issue using the tool. Okay, and then you can continue the patching, right? So this is how we are going to patching. So it was removed successfully and it was removed from all the components, and you can close it. And what you can do is, okay, you can just refresh it. Now it is showing 3421.10, right? If you refresh, it will be changed to 1000.169. And if you see here, it is showing a CU27, right, with the bill number. And if you just run this query, now it will be removed. Okay, RTM only, and you can see 1000.169. This is how we have to remove the patch. Clear, guys? Any issues, any doubts? Which scenario means we cannot tell, Muttu. So it depends. Sometimes, mostly you will get this error for old servers. Old servers, what happened is while doing maintenance activities, unfortunately, some files will be deleted automatically. Okay, so because of that, the SQL Server won't be patched or installed. If you are installing anything, even installation also, if you are installing SQL Server in the old server, then you will face this kind of missing MSA and MSP errors. Okay, why? Because due to maintenance activities and all, might be some files will be missed or deleted. Yeah, you have to restart, Raviteja. That's what we have to follow the same process before and after removing the patch. Also, you have to restart the server. It's always recommended. Okay, guys. So is it clear, everyone? Any issues, any doubts,
so,
please?
Shanmugh, can you just go to the appwiz.cpl?
Okay, you want to see? Okay. Let me go to this one.
These two are still there, right? So
There.
okay.
Okay, just refresh it.
Okay,
Usually it
yeah,
will be
yeah.
removed. Okay.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
So still that missing MSI MSP tool before going to install in any server, we need to get
That's
approval,
what.
right?
That's what. Yeah. See, in case if you 90% you don't get, guys. Okay, if the server is new server, okay, a fresh copy, 90% you don't get. But if you got one missing MSI error, don't waste your time in fixing that error. Directly install. Why? Because it might be a one missing file. It might be a 10 missing files. Okay, and this you are going to face usually while patching old servers. Okay, this you are going to get while patching the old servers, and of course you won't remove, right? 99% you did not get chance to remove the patch. Okay, so I just want to tell you again to remove, how to remove after 1 or 2 years. You can't search in the Google, right? At least our sir discussed how to remove the patch and all. You can verify our recordings, okay, without depending on Google and all, right? So usually you won't get it, but 90% it will be successful. Only 10% you might get chance to get this missing MSA and MSP files issues, and this is how we have to fix it. For MSP error, do I need to browse the CU patch file? No, Sravanti, what happened is if you got MSA or MSP, any error as discussed in this location, it will clearly tell you in which location the file is there, the missing file is there. You will get this kind of error. It will tell you either that file is there in the RTM software, or that file is there in the service pack software, or that file is there in the any CU software. Okay, you have to check here clearly, you have to read it clearly. Here if you see the missing file is there in the SP1 software. Now what you have to do, you have to download that SP1, you have to browse that missing file in that SP1, you have to, or else there is one more way, I'll tell you guys, shortcut. Go to any other server which is running perfectly fine, check for this file SQL_rs.msa file, search it in the Google. So here you have to search it. Where I can see C Windows installer, there you can see all MSA MSP files, but you cannot see those names. Okay, C Windows installer. You cannot, this file actually, this folder won't be visible to the public. If you go to C drive, usually you cannot see you can see C Windows, but you cannot see C Windows installer. Okay, you cannot see installer folder. This is how you have to open. If you open C Windows installer, so it will show you all the MSA MSP files. Okay, you can see these are all actually MSA MSP files only. And don't think MSA MSP files only means those files are only belongs to SQL Server. Whatever softwares you are using in the Windows machine, whatever softwares you are installing in the Windows machine, all will be installed in the form of MSA and MSP files only. Okay, so what file is missing here? If you see the error, what file is missing? You can see. Okay, what is that? 458 FBF95.msp. Go to the any server, check whether this file is there or not in the C Windows installer. Okay, it will show you in the error you can see C Windows installer, this file is there or not. Go to any perfectly working server, go to C Windows installer, check if this file is there or not. If this file is there, copy that file, paste it again in your server, in which server you are getting, copy that file, paste it in the server which you are getting, where you are getting that error, paste in the C Windows installer folder, and you can continue. This is the shortcut. I am not sure whether how many of you understood this one. Nothing is there. Replace the same file from another server. That's it. Is it clear, guys? Any issues, any doubts, please let me know. Is it clear? If it is clear, with that note, I am going to close the class for today. And again, guys, it's very important. Don't roam outside, even though it is a new year. Please take care of your health. It's very important, and that Omicron is spreading very quickly. And so please take care of it, and please be safe. Just whatever you want to do, whatever you want to eat, whatever you want to drink, just arrange in your home itself. Don't go outside, guys, please. So with that note, I'm going to close the class for today. Yes, Muthu, it will be recommended. Okay, it will be recommended and you can proceed with that step also. Kiran, just check in your spam folder if you did not get that, but again, I'm going to send it to you again. Okay, nothing to worry. I'll send it. Yeah, okay. I'll send by today. Okay, guys. So, okay, with that note, I'm going to close the class and happy new year. Okay, take care, guys.
Happy New Year,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Wish you all a very happy new year.
Yeah, happy new year. And in that new year, I hope all you have to be settled with a good salary and a good company with a SQL DBA position. Okay, guys. Wish you a happy new year. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
all.
Yes,
Shamsu.
We'll
sir.
meet
Yeah.
on the next Monday. Okay. Coming Monday at 7
Yeah,
a.m.
sure.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you all.
Happy New Year, sir. Happy New Year.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.